In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NFL games happening on December 10, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NFL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Los Angeles Rams versus Baltimore Ravens. Sunday's showdown between the Los Angeles Rams and the Baltimore Ravens adds another layer of intrigue to the ever-shifting landscape of the NFL postseason. The Rams, standing at 6-6 this season, showcased their prowess with a commanding 36-19 victory over Cleveland in their recent outing. Despite facing a tense moment when Cleveland narrowed the gap to 20-19 in the fourth quarter, the Rams demonstrated resilience, scoring the next 16 points to secure the win. This victory marked the culmination of a 3-game winning streak, during which they also triumphed over formidable opponents like Arizona and Seattle. Quarterback Matthew Stafford, with 2,768 yards, 16 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions, has been a key architect of the Rams' offensive success. Kyren Williams, contributing 687 rushing yards and 7 scores, adds a dynamic element to their ground game. Meanwhile, Buccaneers has been a reliable target for Stafford, amassing 1,029 receiving yards and 4 touchdowns. The Rams' defense, conceding an average of 21 points per game, stands as a formidable force in their quest for postseason glory. On the other side of the field, the Baltimore Ravens boast a commendable 9-3 record, fueled by their recent 20-10 triumph over the Chargers. Lamar Jackson, with 2,618 passing yards, 13 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions, has been a dual threat, rushing for 574 yards and 5 touchdowns. Gus Edwards, with 590 rushing yards and 10 scores, complements Jackson's efforts, while Zay Flowers adds a receiving dimension with 58 catches for 613 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Ravens' defense, allowing an average of 16 points per game, has been a linchpin of their success this season. As the Ravens prepare to face a National Football Conference opponent, their track record speaks volumes, having secured 7 consecutive victories against National Football Conference teams. With an impressive 3-0 record against the National Football Conference this season, the Ravens enter the matchup as the American Football Conference frontrunners at 9-3. However, the Rams present a formidable challenge, arriving in Baltimore on the heels of a 3-game winning streak. The resurgence of key players like Stafford, Kupp, and Williams has injected newfound vigor into the Rams' offense. Stafford's recent performance, with 8 touchdowns and only 2 interceptions during the winning streak, highlights the potency of the Rams' passing game. Kupp's gradual return to form and Williams' electrifying contributions from the backfield add layers to the Rams' offensive arsenal. Notably, Williams exploits a potential vulnerability in the Ravens' defense, which has struggled against the run, plummeting to the 29th rank over the last 3 weeks. Surprisingly, the Rams have surged to the 9th position in the NFL against the run during the same period. Intriguingly, the matchup offers an enticing 7.5-point spread, suggesting a closely contested battle. Given the recent form and matchup dynamics, our prediction leans toward the Los Angeles Rams covering the spread as underdogs in what is anticipated to be a back-and-forth battle, possibly decided by a single score. Delving deeper into the Ravens' recent defensive performances, a closer inspection reveals some vulnerabilities. Despite an overall strong season defensively, recent weeks have seen the Ravens struggle, particularly against the run. Injuries to the front 7 remain a concern, contributing to their drop to the 29th rank against the run in the last 3 games. Additionally, their scoring defense has slipped to the 15th position over the same span. Considering these defensive challenges, coupled with Stafford's proficiency when supported by a reliable running game, the prospect of the game surpassing the projected total gains traction. The Rams, having exceeded the total in their last 2 outings, seem poised to exploit both their offensive strengths and the Ravens' recent defensive hiccups. Anticipating a game marked by offensive prowess from both sides, our full game total pick leans towards over the projected total. Indianapolis Colts versus Cincinnati Bengals. The highly anticipated clash between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cincinnati Bengals is set to unfold this Sunday at Packer Stadium in Ohio, marking a crucial conference matchup. The Colts, riding the momentum of a 4-game winning streak, aim to extend their dominance, while the Bengals, fresh off an overtime triumph against the Jacksonville Jaguars, seek to build on their recent success. Notably, the Bengals haven't crossed paths with the Colts since their victorious encounter in Indianapolis during the 2020 season, where they emerged triumphant with a 31-27 scoreline. The Colts' recent surge has positioned them favorably in the playoff race, securing 4 consecutive victories, including a hard-fought overtime win against the Tennessee Titans. Gardner Minshew showcased his prowess in the last game, completing 26 of 42 passes for 312 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Despite missing Jonathan Taylor, Zach Moss has admirably filled in for the Colts. The team's season averages include 25 points scored and 25 points conceded per game. On the other side, Jake Browning led the Bengals to a significant win against the Jacksonville Jaguars, rebounding from a lackluster offensive performance against the Pittsburgh Steelers 2 games prior. Browning's impressive stats in the last game, 32 completions on 37 attempts, 354 yards, 1 touchdown, and 0 interceptions, underscore his potential impact. The Bengals' season averages stand at 20.5 points scored and 23 points allowed per game, with their offense ranking 20th in the league. Despite the Bengals losing their last 2 home games both straight up and against the spread, the Colts have been formidable away from Indianapolis, winning 5 of 6 games against the spread this season. Cincinnati's defense, ranking last in yards allowed per game, faces a challenging task against the potent Colts offense. The Bengals' recent struggles, coupled with the absence of their star quarterback, raise concerns about their ability to stay competitive, especially if they fall behind early. The Colts, with one of the most underrated offenses in the NFL, are in excellent form, scoring 27 or more points in 5 of their last 6 games. Gardner Minshew's connection with Michael Pittman is a potent weapon, and the Colts are expected to exploit Cincinnati's weak run defense. Contrary to the hype around Jake Browning, doubts linger about his ability to replicate last week's stellar performance, especially given the Colts' strong pass rush and the lack of consistent support from the Bengals' ground game. Considering these factors, our side pick leans heavily in favor of the Indianapolis Colts covering the spread as underdogs. The Colts' momentum and offensive prowess, combined with the Bengals' defensive vulnerabilities, suggest a favorable outcome for the visiting team. Expectations are that the Colts, fueled by momentum and facing a faltering Cincinnati defense, can score around 28 points on the road. Despite uncertainties surrounding Browning's ability to replicate his recent success, the Bengals' coaching staff has positioned him strategically. This should be sufficient to contribute to multiple scoring drives, potentially pushing the total over 44. Therefore, our full game total pick favors the over on the projected total. The Colts are poised to lead the scoring charge, solidifying their status as serious playoff contenders while setting the stage for an intriguing matchup in Ohio. Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus Atlanta Falcons. As we delve into the intricate details of the NFL season, a pivotal matchup awaits us on Sunday afternoon when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers lock horns with the Atlanta Falcons. In this clash of National Football Conference South Titans, the Buccaneers, currently standing at 5-7, are set to face the 6-6 Atlanta Falcons, with both teams holding significant positions as the second and first seeds in the division, respectively. The narrative surrounding the Panthers has taken an interesting turn, with doubts arising about the decision to draft Bryce Young. In their recent encounter against the Tennessee Titans, the Panthers suffered a 17-10 defeat, with Young completing 18 of 31 passes for 194 yards. Throughout the season, Young has accumulated 1,877 yards, 9 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. The Panthers are grappling with offensive struggles, averaging 16 points per game, while their defense is conceding 26.5 points. Tight end Hayden Hurst's uncertain status due to a concussion adds another layer of complexity to their situation. For the Buccaneers, who find themselves in the less-than-stellar National Football Conference South, this game is a crucial must-win, especially given their 4-win record. In their previous outing against the Indianapolis Colts, the defense struggled, allowing 27 points in a 7-point loss. Despite Baker Mayfield's performance of 20 completions on 30 attempts for 199 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception, the Buccaneers are averaging 19 points, while their defense is giving up 21 points per game. The offense's 23rd ranking raises concerns, although Mayfield, dealing with an ankle injury, is expected to play in this pivotal matchup. The upcoming National Football Conference South battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers carries significant playoff implications. A victory for the Falcons would secure a 2-game lead over the Buccaneers, coupled with the head-to-head tiebreaker, establishing a potential 3-game advantage. Tampa Bay's promising start with a 3-1 record under Baker Mayfield has given way to a less impressive 2-6 record in their last 8 games. Their recent narrow win against a struggling 1-11 Carolina team highlights the challenges they face, with 4 consecutive road losses, including one to Gardner Minshew's Colts. In contrast, the Falcons, with a 4-4 record in their last 8 games, have been competitive, with all 4 losses decided by a single score, despite a recent defensive improvement, allowing 15 points or fewer in consecutive weeks. Mayfield's decline and the Buccaneers' offensive struggles raise doubts about their ability to secure a victory. The impending matchup is anticipated to be thrilling, especially for fans who appreciate defensive football. Tampa Bay's deficiency in the running game, ranking 27th in rush defense adjusted value over average, 31st in rush success rate, and 25th in rush expected points added, puts them at a distinct disadvantage. Mayfield's limitations, despite having an elite receiver like Evans, highlight the team's reliance on improving their ground game. Additionally, the Buccaneers' pass defense ranking 28th in yards allowed and the run defense ranking 31st in depth rush success rate pose challenges. With linebackers Devin White and Lavon David potentially out or injured, the Falcons see an opportunity to assert themselves as leaders in the National Football Conference South. In a matchup of considerable playoff implications, our full-game side pick leans towards the Atlanta Falcons winning and covering the spread as favorites. Turning our attention to the offensive struggles of both teams this season, Tampa Bay ranks 23rd in points per game, while Atlanta follows closely at 24th. Arthur Smith's commitment to the rushing attack is evident, with the Falcons ranking 3rd in rushing attempts per game at 32.2. Given Desmond Ridder as the quarterback, this strategy aligns with the team's strengths. However, the effectiveness of this approach remains uncertain. Tampa Bay enters the game with a solid defense, ranking 10th in rushing yards against, allowing only 99 yards per game. Atlanta, not far behind at 15th, faces a tough defensive challenge. In line with the anticipated defensive nature of the game, our full-game total pick leans towards under the projected total. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.